just about every important state.
According to 5 people with knowledge of the conversation, Trump had planned to run his 2020 campaign on the strength of the economy and has now been warned by aides that his re-election depends on how quickly he can reverse the economic downturn caused by the coronavirus.
So anyway,
he's upset.
He's in a complete meltdown, and a complete meltdown mode, Willie. Threatening at one point, I think he was threatening to sue his campaign manager, who, of course, a lot of people have claimed that Pascal has actually used his position to enrich himself. It's causing a lot of concerns, and maybe they think he's more focused on getting rich than actually helping Donald Trump. But the numbers, and we're going to show the polls in a second, man. The numbers are horrific in the swing states. They're even bad in Texas. They're bad in North Carolina. They're bad all across the United States. And Donald Trump, of course, is not going to blame himself because of how badly he's doing in these afternoon briefings, because he stumbles over words. Sometimes he seems to fall asleep in the middle of meetings. He seems to be people have been talking about his cognitive decline for some time and how it might impact us in a crisis. Now, of course, worries that a cognitive decline they're starting to catch up with him, and we're starting to pay. But my gosh, Americans are noticing, and the poll numbers are just collapsing.
They are collapsing, and the reason the president blew up, as reported by Jonathan Lemire, who we'll talk to in a second, NBC News as well, is because his campaign team brought him a dose of reality. They said, if the election were held today, you would lose, sir, the Electoral College. You are losing all these battleground states, and that set him off. He didn't want to hear that. And reportedly, Pascal, when this week and yesterday he came to the White House, he brought with him rosier polls so the president wouldn't be upset. Let's take a look at some of the latest polling that caused the president to explode. The latest USA Today Suffolk University poll has President Trump trailing Joe Biden by 10 points nationally. The latest Economist YouGov poll has him trailing Biden by 6 nationally. The latest Emerson College poll has President Trump down 6 as well. Turning now to the key battleground states, and this is what set off the president. The latest Fox News poll showing President Trump trailing Joe Biden by 8 points in Pennsylvania and in Michigan, and by 3 in Florida. In New Hampshire, the president trails by 8 points. In North Carolina, down by 5 points. In Texas, he trails by 1 point. In Texas, he's down a point. In his home state of New York, President Trump trails by 36 points. This, as his latest approval rating sits at 44%.